Hello, my name is Grace Quinn. I am in the ECCE Class 2203 of Guidance and Classroom Management for Professor Dumpke. And this is my functional assessment. For scenario 1, the summary is a child doesn't want to eat their vegetables. Their teacher attempts once to encourage them to eat them. The teacher gives up after the one attempt. Appropriate or inappropriate teacher reaction. I believe the first reaction of the teacher was inappropriate, but I also don't know if it is the teacher's responsibility to make sure that the child eats their vegetables. The teacher is encouraging and did not use annoyance or frustration in their response. The teacher was able to express their want for the child to eat their vegetables by speaking to them on a personal level. "They're so good," she said, in hopes to make the child want to eat them. The two alternatives I gave were, instead of shrugging the child's response off, the teacher could try and use the child's interest in a positive way, such as, "Do you know who else loves to eat their vegetables?" And then insert a name of somebody that they know the child admires. Also, the teacher could try to connect with the child by asking why they don't want to eat the vegetables and coming to a conclusion. So the child understands that they are being taken seriously and not being forced to do something without being able to explain themselves. Scenario 2. The summary for this is, two children are fighting over one computer and both want to use it. The teacher tells the children to find something else to do because they are arguing. I believe that this was an inappropriate reaction. It wasn't helpful. It didn't help build useful skills or tools. There was no effort to help the children figure out a way to get past their conflict and argument, and no contribution to finding a solution to the problem as for helping them. My two alternatives would be, the teacher could ask the two children to explain why there is a conflict, afterwards work with the children to come to a conclusion together and learn from their mistakes. As well as, the teacher could have also produced a sharing plan, have the children understand why sharing is so important, and had the children work together to come to an agreement of screen time usage. Scenario 3, two children are arguing about what books they should read. The teacher overhears them and threatens to send a child to the principal's office if the child does not go and read a book at their desk quietly. In this scenario, the teacher's response was very inappropriate. The teacher does not let child V respond with his side of the story and immediately threatens them with a punishment as well as intimidation. The child will not respond out of trust, but they will respond out of fear. The two alternatives that I gave, instead of threatening the child, the teacher could insert themselves into the conflict and mediate the situation. Have the two children explain the conflict in their own words without being interrupted, and allow them to feel comfortable confiding in you as their educator. The teacher could also explain why it is fair that they read a different book besides the Caterpillar book in this situation, since that one has been read multiple times by both students. Suggesting a book connected to sharing can help hammer home the lesson you want the children to take away from the situation. Scenario 4, the summary is, a class is instructed to utilize previous information they have learned in class, but one child can't remember it, therefore can't complete the assignment. They ask the teacher for help, and the teacher denies them help and tells them that they need to know how to complete it without any help. The child just looks at a classmate's paper instead. I believe that the teacher does not respond appropriately because this teacher is not giving the child an opportunity to learn in a meaningful way. The child is asking for help of an adult that they are meant to trust, but is being met with annoyance as well as being brushed off. The two alternatives that I gave were, the teacher could have some one-on-one time with the student and have the child explain everything that they do understand regarding the activity, using this as a moment to have the child know that they are doing well and they just need a little extra help in a smaller aspect. The teacher could also go over the lesson with the child step by step, constantly asking the child what they remember, trying to dredge up a memory of this past lesson. This way, the child is getting help and working towards remembering important information that they would need to utilize in the future in this class. This is my reference page. Thank you so much.